It's mid-February, 2026. It's cold outside, you're behind on exactly 20 lectures, and your motivation is at a flat zero. You wake up, look at your Notion dashboard or your to-do list, and you just close the laptop. You feel like you're drowning in a sea of to-dos that never end. I wish someone had told me this sooner, but the reason you can't lock in isn't that you're lazy, it's because you're suffering from checklist fatigue. In 2026, most productivity tools have started feeling like a second job. You've been trying to optimize your way out of a burnout, and it's actually making you more paralyzed. Today, we're quitting the toxic productivity loop. I'm showing you the 5-minute friction fix and a mindset shift called Frugal Optimism. This is how we start the academic comeback without the crushing weight of a 50-item list. The pivot. Toxic productivity versus frugal optimism. For years, we've been told that productivity is about doing more ops, more hours, more aesthetic notes. But the data in 2026 shows a massive shift. High-performing students aren't the ones with the most complex systems, they're the ones who manage their mental load the best. We are moving toward a concept called frugal optimism. Frugal optimism is the radical idea that your mental energy is a finite, precious resource. You need to be frugal with how you spend it. It's not about being a 4.0 student every single hour of every single day. It's about being optimal with the energy you actually have left after a long week. When your motivation is zero, a 20-step morning routine feels like a threat to your nervous system. Frugal optimism says, okay, I don't have 10 hours, I have 10 minutes. What is the most high-value thing I can do right now? It's about protecting your internal state, rather than just checking boxes for the sake of the algorithm. We are prioritizing slow mornings and screen-free resets over the constant doom scrolling of productivity content. The 5-minute friction fix. Here is the cognitive science. The hardest part of studying isn't the content itself, it's the friction of starting. When you think about studying for midterms, your brain visualizes a massive 4-hour mountain. That triggers a fight or flight response in your amygdala, and you choose flight, which is usually 2 hours of irrelevant things online or screen addiction. This is the 5-minute friction fix. You are going to pick one task. Not a project, not a chapter, one specific subtopic, or even just one page of notes. Set a physical timer for 5 minutes. Why physical? Because in 2026, your phone is a distraction trap. Tell yourself, I am only doing this for 5 minutes. If I want to stop when the bell rings, I am allowed to stop. Most of the time, once you break that initial activation energy barrier, your brain enters a state of flow. You've built the momentum and you'll actually want to keep going. But the frugal part is giving yourself permission to quit if that 5 minutes is truly all you have. This isn't about grinding, it's about starting. Environment over goals. Stop setting big goals. Start designing environments. Research into habit formation for 2026 suggests that if your environment feeds distraction, you will be distracted, no matter how much willpower you think you have. If I want to read daily, I don't set a goal to read 50 pages. I keep an open book beside my pillow before I go to sleep. It's the first thing my brain points to when I wake up. I'm reducing the friction of having to find the book and open the page. If you're in a mid-semester slump, clear 1 square foot of your desk. Just one. That is your sacred focus zone. Put your phone in another room. In 2026, digital minimalism isn't a trend, it's a survival skill for students who want to stay sane. The identity osmosis shift. Finally, we need to talk about identity osmosis. Stop identifying as a procrastinator or a struggling student. Those labels are heavy. They add to your mental load every single day. Instead, look at this reset as a foundation year or a foundation phase. You aren't behind, you're just in a different part of your learning cycle. Users in 2026 don't just consume content, they absorb it into their persona. Make your identity one of radical honesty. Be honest about your mistakes, like that career-ending text I told you about in the last video, and use them as fuel. I've been where you are. I've been busy all day but got nothing done levels of stressed. And the only way out was to stop trying to be a machine and start being a human who uses easy-to-follow systems. We are doing this together. No more checklist fatigue, no more complex apps that take an hour to set up. Just frugal optimism, environment design, and the 5-minute rule. Comment day 2 below if you're starting your reset today. I want to see how many of us are breaking the slump together. Sharing your intent is the first step to making it real. Subscribe for day 3, where we're going to talk about why you should actually delete those complicated productivity apps and what to use instead.